find the gaps, they're there. For Kansas State, they got to dig in on their D. They did a much better job in the second quarter, and then they got to move to score. This offense cannot happen if they stand. They've got to find and make the next pass. Penetration was good in the second 10 minutes, but they cannot get back on their heels. You've got to bring that intensity here for the next 20 minutes.
UCF ball to begin. Robinson Wagyu drives the lane and finishes. She has 6.
And that's straight downhill into the gap against the zone. And so if you're Robinson Wagyu, you're Peterson, you're Layla Jewett, you've got to find those gaps and you've got to attack.
Briley Glenn, floater, air ball, rebounded by Maupin. And that one rattles out for Briley Glenn. If you're not Gabby Gregory, Serena Sundell, or Eliza Maupin, it's been a tough shooting game here for K-State this afternoon.
Well, it reminds you really of the start of the game where they had a bunch of easy looks and layups that they could not get to go. So right out of the gate here, critical for UCF because they have struggled in the third quarter. Coach Messer has talked about time and time again that they can't have the drought, they can't have the letdown. That's a learning curve for this younger team. But also Kansas State, they've got to find a way to respond here early.
Sundell weaving her way through traffic. Briley again has it go off the rim. Boy, some tough luck for her to begin this second half.
And those lanes are there, but now you've got to get back defensively, and UCF taking advantage. If you're late in transition D, they're going to make you pay.
Peterson, so smooth, and she has 8. And takes the lead here, 28-27 for UCF.
You see why she has become one of the elite guards in the Big 12. It sometimes does it in a very quiet way. It's sometimes flashy, but regardless, you're going to see big-time game from Peterson, and you're seeing it here today.
Sundell had it blocked by Maya Burns. Zai Walker in for Jeff Mitty. And Achol Akot in for UCF. Sundell has it stolen by Burns. Burns, air ball, rebounded by Gabby Gregory.
Quick shot in transition, off the turnover, going the other way, but yet applauded by this UCF coaching staff. They want them to be aggressive here in this second half.
K-State still looking for its first three-point make as the Cats were 0 of 11 in the first half. UCF not much better, 2 of 12. And as Jeff Mitty said going to the locker room at halftime, it's like, neither team's playing that well offensively. Energy's going to win this game.
Absolutely. Hasn't been incredibly pretty basketball, but you got to take advantage when the opportunities come. And now we're seeing the speed and athleticism of UCF and how they want to get out and go.
Peterson missed the layup. Now misses the 3. Maupin there with the rebound. Outlet stolen. Unable to save it in. And what's the call against K-State basketball? Jeff Mitty wants a timeout. He doesn't like the first couple of minutes here for K-State. UCF with the first 4 to begin the third quarter.
To put in the work, to be smarter and stronger, to let them know we're coming.
Ultimately, you want to continue to move yourself up in that number. Opportunity will present itself. But there are a lot of really good teams across the country that want to get themselves in it. I was surprised not to see Gonzaga in that 16 right from the get-go, but yet they play in the West Coast Conference. Not a lot of tough conference competition for them, but they played a really difficult non-con. All of those things are going to go into the mix. You really ultimately control your own destiny.
Wildcats out of the timeout with the basketball, trying to regain the lead here. K-State's final 4 Big 12 games will be West Virginia here on Wednesday, then at KU, Iowa State at home, and then at Texas Tech. So definitely some opportunities to enhance the resume.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do. You got to take care of business. And I think, as any coach would tell you, both on the men's and the women's side, especially in the Big 12, you got to hold home court and you got to figure out a way to steal some games on the road. K-State did that when they went to Baylor. This is a really big test for them here this afternoon at home against UCF.
Again, if you're just joining us, no Aoka lead, but Eliza Maupin is having a great game in her absence with 14 now to get K-State the lead back. Jeff Minnie hopes to have Aoka lead back for the West Virginia game on Wednesday. Layla Jewett has a three rattle in and out. Gregory rips away the rebound.
And that was a caught, and she has been one of the best rebounders, the top rebounder for UCF, just as a freshman. Great potential. They love her game and what she brings, but had it stripped away by Kansas State's quick hands. Couldn't get it to go.
Cats spreading the floor here with a 5-out look. Sundell had it poked away on the dribble drive. 12 to shoot as she sends it into the corner. Walker, Euro step and a left-handed finish.
We're watching different players step up, coming in off the bench. It's been Eliza Maupin, and now a big bucket there from the freshman Walker.
First two of the game for Zia Walker, and K-State leads it by 3.
She played 22 minutes on the road in that double overtime loss to Iowa State. Her first trip to Ames. That can be a tough place to play for any freshman, but has found a way to contribute and come up big. That's one of the first possessions we've seen, Ben, where I think UCF has been able to get to the middle of that zone and get an easy look.
Maya Burns with the answer to quiet the crowd. Walker, wow! How about those two?
You got it. You see it back to back, and that's the athleticism on display from the redshirt freshman from Wichita.
A left-handed scoop, a right-handed scoop. What do we got coming down here? Maybe a triple, huh?
She can go 3 for 3.
Got it in the corner. Gregory trying to post up. Battling there with Maya Burns. Jalen Glenn with the left hand. Mopping there, and she is fouled hard. She is so active.
She's been fantastic here this afternoon. Just not an old to stand. And this is a Kansas State team now trying to figure out different ways to score the basketball. They have obviously not shot it well from behind the three-point line, so instead put it on the floor and get to the rim. Zia Walker with back-to-back buckets. And off the bounce, this young redshirt freshman has made a difference here in the middle of this third quarter, right when you're trying to tip it a little bit momentum-wise. K-State seeing if they can't capitalize.
They get Gregory isolated. Nice spin move and finish. She loves it in there and takes advantage.
It's one of the reasons why she was a 20-plus scorer a year ago. Hasn't had to be that this season, but ISOs for Gregory, key for the Cats.
Gregory has given K-State
Live sports.
Welcome back to Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. We Greater Than Me has been UCF's motto this year, and it was actually the players who came up with it, and now it's on their warm-up jerseys and bracelets that they wear every day to remind them that they're a part of something really special. Coach Messer said you can't win games if you're not all hands on deck, and she continued to say that you can't have a successful team if everyone isn't bought in, and that's exactly what this motto is helping them achieve.
former assistant at Baylor for Kim Mulkey, and then was associate head coach at LSU with Kim Mulkey, and second year here, and really has her team playing well here in the second half of the Big 12 season.
Yeah, it's transition, and they know that. And coming into this league, the first year for UCF in the Big 12, how tough this competition is. It's only going to get tougher as this league changes a year from now. But Cynthia Messer knows. She knows how good this league is, how to compete, what kind of players you have to have that buy in, and the athleticism and the things you see on the floor on display. That's what's allowed them to kind of get over that hump, even though they lost their first 7 to start conference play.
So Rena Sundell whistled for the foul, diving for the loose ball.
Great hustle by both teams, just trying to make a play going the other direction. Now UCF is going to have it here, side out of bounds, 20 on that shot clock. And this is a big possession right here for UCF. They took that timeout, now down 5. You got to find a way to score. They just won up their last 7.
Peterson, double team momentarily. They swing it up high to Layla Jewett. 3 to shoot. Jewett with Jalen Glenn draped all over her. Great defense.
Well, and a change by the Cats. They go man-to-man coming out of that timeout and that look. So you got to continue to throw different things. Keep UCF back on their heels. And as Jeff Mittie said, in guarding a player like Caitlin Peterson, you just got to make it incredibly difficult for her every single time she moves and catches.
Walker again. She is putting on a show here.
Bench play, someone to not only step up, you got to show up. And that's what you're seeing from Eliza Maupin and now from Ziana Walker off the bench today.
Walker sparking a 10-2 run. And the Wildcats building on their biggest lead of the day at 7. Layla Jewett, offensive foul. Maupin was there.
She went hard baseline and went tough with the left. But help side defense in great position. And Maupin steps over. May have turned a little bit as the contact was made, but still gets the whistle on the player control. And another stop for this Kansas State defense.
Well, you're going to like what K-State's done here since that early Jeff Mittie timeout in the third quarter. I think he said, hey, we're just going to attack. We're not making any threes. Let's attack the rim. Gregory splits a double team and finishes.
For a couple of shots that they did not get the friendly roll early in the third quarter. Now you get it. Isolation for Gabby Gregory. She's able to finish.
Ellie. Our correction, Asia Todd in for the first time. Nice play there. She stops the K-State run.
And I think UCF just trying to find whatever spark that they themselves can find. After such a strong start in that first half, they've gotten themselves a little stagnant, but another possession right there and turnover. Peterson out in the open floor.
Peterson, a lightning bolt comes the floor for the layup, and UCF answers quickly with 2 buckets in the paint.
Well, you see it, Ben. Her eyes are up the whole time, so she's going to see what the defense gives her, and that's that attack mentality.
Her best games this year have been on the road. She had 35 at Cincy and 32 at Baylor. Loses the handle here. Walker coast to coast, draws the whistle.
And that's going to be a bit of a bailout right there for the redshirt freshman because Jeff Mittie not at all happy with the last shot selection going the other way. They had the turnover by Peterson, and now she's going to get herself to the free throw line. But this goes back to the not trying to do too much decision-making for the freshman. How do I get myself involved? You've had a couple of big-time moves and plays and finishes. You just got to stay within yourself. Allow the game to come to you. Take what the defense gives you.
79% free throw shooter. She has 7 in the game, all of them here in the second half. And all of them during this Kansas State run. She had 10 points in the last home game, the 1-point win over Oklahoma State.
Yeah, big spark, and that's what they were needing. You got to find a lift. They haven't necessarily had it as much from either the Glens, who've been in the starting lineup, or even Sundell hasn't been the scorer she normally has. Somebody's got to be able to pick up the slack.
Nice bounce pass. Good help defense by Maupin.
No call, a lot of contact, and Coach Messer looking for that whistle, didn't get it. Now can Kansas State capitalize?
The first 3 of the game, Jalen Glenn.
A big shot right there by the junior. Get your feet set in transition. The miss on one end, you go the other way and finally get a 3 to go down.
Well, she's become a weapon from 3-point range. She's had at least 1 triple now in 11 straight games and is shooting 42% during that stretch.
Makes herself available, and when she does, those feet are set, and it is a confident-looking release for Jalen Glenn.
Gregory again, great post position, but stripped from behind. Nice quick hands by Robinson Wagoo. Asia Todd off target on the three. Gregory collects the rebound.
Bit of a quick shot right there from UCF. Their best possessions have been, if they haven't been in transition, where they force Kansas State to have to guard them through the shot clock. That time, quick trigger, and you don't get an offensive rebound.
Shot clock at 7. Walker pulls up and hits.
And that's her game. It's got to be the mid-range, man. It's not going to be from behind the three-point line right now. She's at 21% in conference games from behind the three. Take what the defense gives you. One-on-one, rise jumper to finish.
She's in double figures with 10, so K-State's got 10 off the bench from Walker and 14 from Maupin. 12-point lead into the final seconds of the third. Peterson calling for a high ball screen. Tries to get downhill and a whistle on a foul on Gregory with 2.2 to go.
See why she is big hunk, one of the elite guards in the Big 12. We talked about it earlier, but it's that explosion and to be able to get past the defense, lowers the shoulder, makes the move. Kansas State not thinking that was a ton of contact that time. But Peterson's going to get herself to the free throw line. Jeff Biddy not at all pleased with the call, but this lady shoots about 75% in conference play at the charity stripe and knocks down the first of 2.
Double figures for Peterson. Walker looking down court and just has to give it to sides. Nowhere to go with it, but K-State a big-time run to regain control of this one. We'll head to the fourth with the number 7 Cats up by 10.
COVID-19.
Walker Missy with 10 of the 19 for K-State in the third.
She scores all of her 10 points here. It has been on penetration, off the bounce, aggressive. Kansas State not needing to settle for the three. Instead, the message is get to the rim, and the redshirt freshman absolutely did it in the third quarter. She goes 4 of 7 from the field. She's got 10 points, but also 4 assists. And you see what she brings to the floor. That's the bump and the energy that they needed. They got it from Eliza Maupin in the first half, and now Diana Walker off the bench in the second. She's going to get the start here in this fourth quarter. Kansas State trying to build off this momentum. They need to see if they can extend this 10-point lead.
Oh, alley-oop for Eliza Maupin. She able to save it in, and it's out of bounds to Kansas State. Wildcats also got Gabby Gregory posted up a couple times in that big third quarter and got their first 3 of the game from Jalen Glenn.
Just a little bit more diversified way of scoring the basketball, and you just can't be one-dimensional. And for this team to settle just for threes when they weren't knocking them down, you got to find other ways to score. But that's the attack mentality. We've seen it from UCF. They missed some shots in that third quarter. Kansas State's got to continue to keep their foot on the gas.
Walker up high for the offensive rebound. Thrown away, Peterson. Quickly down the floor for the lady.
Such quick hands by Peterson. It was a double tip and just a miscommunication by Kansas State, and she takes advantage.
Gregory hits for 3.
Such a good sign for Kansas State to have Gabby Gregory find that confidence from behind the three-point line. Under 30% in Big 12 games. But when they have needed it, she has stepped up.
Big time answer after the steal and layup from Peterson. K-State back up by double digits. Well defended by Maupin, and she pulls down the board.
Cott just left it short, and it was a slip screen, and it was a great look for UCF. Couldn't get it to go, but now this is where K-State's got to find a way to answer each and every trip.
Baseline is open for Glenn. Couldn't finish. Maupin might be cramping up down at the other end here as UCF can't get the roll. Kelly picks it up And a whistle and a foul on Gabby Gregory.
Incredibly physical on that possession. No whistles. And Kelly with back-to-back boards couldn't get the first to go, but then it's going to be a reach. And that's where a player like Jayla Kelly, who has come in and also Coach Messer mentioned her yesterday in talking to her before the game, she's just really liked how some of these players have embraced it and that they've been more active and that they've got to continue to contribute in multiple ways.
Sanchez in for Moffitt. She was cramping up or tweaked an ankle, but she's okay. Jewett, the runner. Nice finish.
Could have taken the ball screen and gone baseline, but instead a little bit of pump fake and then gets to the middle of the floor. That's where you can attack, especially when K-State goes man, Ben. When they're not in the zone, that lane has not been there.
She had one of her better games in the first matchup with K-State this year. Had 9, and she's got 8 this afternoon. Sanchez trying to go glass. Here comes UCF, only trailing by 9. You got a dangerous player like Peterson. No lead is safe, and there she is, wide open for 3 in the corner.
Right on cue and miscommunication. No one out, and Jeff Minnie not at all happy about it. And it gets this back to just a 6-point game. You leave a shooter open and a scorer, a prolific scorer with that kind of chance. She's going to make you pay.
Everything she can to keep UCF in it on the road.
Living up to the billing is one of the best in the Big 12 and the 5'9" junior guard. She's got 17 so far, 7 of 18 from the field, just 1 of 8 from behind the 3. But when this team has needed it the most, they step up and find her open in the corner to knock down a big 3 and push this back to just a 2-possession game. UCF trying to find a way to grind one out on the road. A very, very difficult place to play here in Bramlage Coliseum, but they are holding their own against the number 7 Kansas State Wildcats.
Sundell into Gregory. She's fouled. Great ball out of the timeout.
Strength and grit of Gabby Gregory, and they draw it up. Perfect execution by the Cats to get her that isolation one-on-one. You got to make the move tough, and that's what Sundell draws to draw just a bit of attention off the double team. And Peterson went for the steal, didn't get it, and left it completely exposed. And now Gregory with the chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
She is such a competitor. So much fun to watch. Misses the free throw, but having a big day today with 17. Layla Jewett will set it up for UCF. The Knights down by 8. Get it inside to Jayla Kelly. Her first 2 of the ball game.
She had 13 starts so far this season. Did not get it today. About 14 and a half minutes per game for Cynthia Messer, and needing to find a bit more of that post presence to be able to go down low and attack against the zone.
Got a Gregory again. This time she's tied up, and the arrow favors UCF.
Kansas State back in that zone, Ben. So now you got to attack those gaps. You got to be able to find some space to operate, whether it's one-on-one or looks in the mid-range, and they get a big bucket that time from Maya Burns.
Burns didn't even hesitate there. She just pulled the trigger with confidence. UCF down 12, now back to 4. Sundell gets downhill, bumped and fouled, counted. 3-point opportunity for Serena Sundell.
The and one, a bit of a continuation look here. Sundell, the foul was out front, but she's going to get the whistle now and a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. But great one-on-one execution by Sundell. She's had a quiet afternoon, hasn't had to be as much of a scorer as she normally is. just simply because others have stepped up. But without Lee, she's been the distributor really running the show.
Kelly, double team. Now they get Peterson open, same spot where she hit from earlier. Can't hit this one, and Walker with the board. Gregory for three. She's been finding that front rim all afternoon.
A bit of a heat check right there from Gabby Gregory. Here's where UCF has to be able to answer.
Kelly fights her way through a double team and can't finish. UCF wanting a whistle there and didn't get it.
Incredibly physical down low, and a few of those have not gone their way this afternoon. Especially, I think, questioning the and one that they got for Serena Selland to the other end, and they don't get one here.
Gregory bumped and fouled. She'll head back to the free throw line.
This is where Gabby Gregory, over the course of her career, has been so good. Penetration down low. They gamble, don't get the steal on the screen. Just a ton of contact, can't finish. She's just about 78% from the free throw line in conference play. Today she's been to the line just 2 of 3 so far this afternoon. That makes it 3 of 4 here at home.
Got them both. 2 big free throws, and Gabby Gregory has 19, and the lead's back to 8.
Now Kansas State goes man. They get matched up here, a little bit different looks, trying to keep the clamps on Caitlin Peterson. They want to limit her touches.
Hoffman with the steal.
13 turnovers in the first half, 4 central for UCF. Just 4 here now in the second, but that's a costly one as you get under that 5-minute mark, trying to force it into the post.
Foul before the shot, and an offensive foul on the pass by Serena Sundell.
She went hard to the middle of the floor. She had Glenn open in the corner. But UCF has done a fantastic job. You know, it's been part of their scout where they're going to step in. The penetration's coming. They're going to step in and draw that charge.
Peterson beats 2 K-State defenders and banks it in off the glass. She just has a scorer's mentality.
No whistle that time, but yet Peterson just able to finish through contact, which is just what has made her game to that next level. Her ability to finish and score.
Sundell finds Gregory in the middle. Moffitt lost it and out of bounds to UCF.
Could have probably been a couple whistles before that. Maybe a quick pivot foot by both Gregory and Moffitt on those catches. But regardless, not a live ball turnover by Kansas State, but yet a chance for UCF to capitalize on yet another miscue by the Cats.
Couple of skip passes. 3-pointer off the back rim for Layla Jewett. Boy, that was a great look, and she's their best 3-point shooter.
I think exactly what they wanted to get out of that possession, just couldn't get the 3 to go.
Jalen Glenn with the spin in the left hand, too strong. Kelly there with the board. UCF with a chance to get closer. Peterson, straight line drive into Sundell and draws the foul.
And it is quick up the floor, and they put the ball in her hands and let her just simply go one-on-one and get to the rim. That's the mentality for UCF. You got to get out and go off the miss, and it's going to send Peterson to the free throw line. Over the course of the season, she's just about 75% from the free throw line in Big 12 play. We've seen on display this afternoon her ability to score on all levels, and that's what's making her one of the best guards in the Big 12.
She's got 20. Nothing new for her. That's right at her average. Missed the free throw, though, and I think a foul on Kansas State. As Gregory gets called, I think, for backing in underneath Kelly.
Yeah, on the rebound and the block out. That's where it is. on the miss, an uncharacteristic miss. Now, as we have seen multiple times, got to give credit to Kelly, but that's kind of the old school, the hook and hold there, as we've seen on the men's side being whistled all the time right now in the college game. I think you're going to see it more just as guys get more tired in the month of February.
Peterson over the top of Sides, hits Caitlin Peterson. A 3-point trip. And UCF is within 3.
And this becomes a one-possession game here. This is a big one, a big trip for Kansas State. You've got to execute, take some time off the clock. The freshman side's out front at point.
Sundell getting a break here as we're inside 3 minutes. Maupin with the Euro step and a blocking foul on Kelly will send Eliza Maupin to the free throw line.
Bit of a late whistle that time on UCF. As you said, Kelly, she was there. She was in good verticality and straight position. But with the body is where the whistle comes, and it's going to send Eliza Maupin to the free throw line. She had that huge first half. She's still 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Now make that 4 of 6 here in this game at home.
Both teams with 4 team fouls, so everything will be a 2-shot foul here the rest of the way. Maupin gets the second one. Briley Glenn will check back in for the Cats.
Jeff Mitty having to do a little offense for defense. 4 fouls for Serena Sundell, 4 fouls on Gabby Gregory. So you're going to have to see a little bit different lineup, and you might get as many whistles as you can and put them back on the offensive end. But this group here defensively now, you got to lock in. They're set for this kind of 1-2-2 look within the zone.
Fine Burns in the middle, knocked away by Briley Glenn and chased down by Zy Walker. Big-time defensive play, and K-State's got the ball in a 4-point lead with the freshman running the point.
They've hung their hat on their defense all season, Ben, and when you need a stop, they come up big here. You had under 2 minutes. These are critical possessions.
Open 3, in and out for Jalen Glenn, rebounded by Maupin. Jeff Mitty says, let's run a little clock here.
Huge offensive board and a great play by Eliza Maupin. Keeps that possession on this end of the floor for Kansas State. Run that time, get yourself a look.
Aaron Sides, a whistle away from the ball to force the shot. Foul is on Peterson. 2-shot foul for Kansas State.
And a whistle, and there's the foul on Peterson as she's trying to get through that screen by Maupin up top. As that clock was running down, it put Jalen Glenn out of position, not able to catch. That's why Sides had to take the 3 at the shot clock was expiring. And Maupin at the line misses that first. It still stays now, even on a make, a 2-possession game.
UCF down 4. And a timeout called by Satia Messer.
We've seen UCF come out of some of these timeouts over the course of the afternoon with great execution. So this is where now, whether K-State comes with their man or their zone, you've got to be ready, but it's got to be the attack mentality. You've got to put the ball in the hands of Jewett and Peterson and let them go one-on-one.
K-State had some issues at the free throw line late against Iowa State. They could have closed that out in regulation and gotten a huge road win, but a couple misses down the stretch, and now here today, Eliza Maupin, certainly not the best free throw shooter for the Wildcats, but a couple big misses there.
Well, and you go back and also say, where was one of the difference makers for Iowa State themselves at home? They were 14 of 14 from the free throw line in overtime, and the Cyclones did not turn it over in either of those overtime stanzas. So they made the plays Kansas State could not on the road. Can they close it out here at home? That's going to be the big question.
Glenn trying to deny Peterson the basketball. She finally gets it, looking for a handoff here, and Glenn just comes from behind. That's her 7th steal of the game. And a huge one there. K-State with the ball in a 4-point lead.
Big possession and a miscue by UCF. They were looking to get Peterson kind of on a slip screen and ISO, couldn't get her the ball. Big takeaway. Kansas State now in the driver's seat.
Inside a minute, sides to Maupin. Maupin with the spin and a traveling violation on Eliza Maupin.
Trying to go one-on-one, maybe trying to do a little too much within that possession. Now here you've got a lockdown defensively yet again.
Dribble handoff. Peterson throws it up and a whistle on K-State.
And that is such a tough play to be able to defend because you got to commit. And a little late on the commit was Eliza Maupin. She took one step going the other direction, and then by then you've got Peterson able to blow by you. She's got the full head of steam. She's got her head down. She's at the advantage. She's headed to the free throw line here for two. See if you can't make this a one possession. Go.
K-State with one timeout remaining, so if they want to use it here, they can advance the basketball.
It looks as though Jeff Mitty's not going to take it. Wants to keep that timeout in his back pocket.
Sundell back in there with the 4 fouls. K-State up by 2, and now they'll use that timeout. 19 to shoot.
And probably a good look just because you got more pressure by UCF out front. And that's what they were looking to do. They are not going to foul in this possession because it's a one-possession game, and you're going to get the ball back. So ultimately, you do not want to foul, but you want to apply that pressure, and that's what you saw out front. And that can then create kind of that uncomfortable feel, somebody trying to do a little too much too quick. They want to talk about it, and they're going to use that full timeout.
Now, if you had a Yoga lead, you're drawing up a play for your All-American center right now. Where do you go?
Well, I think you got to think isolation and look at this lineup. Whether you're going to get it one-on-one and think about the times they've been able to get the ball to Gabby Gregory on that low block and let her to be able to catch and finish. She's so good at being able to go one-on-one and take the contact. Even if she doesn't finish, you get yourself to the line. I would be cautious to be able to put the ball in the hands of a Maupin on an ISO. We've seen time to time, Jeff Mitty loves that lob pass because of the athleticism of Maupin. But that's also a difficult pass to be able to complete. So I would keep the ball in the hands of Sundell and Gregory, see if they can't get some one-on-one opportunities. Either way, you get to the line, loose ball, go track down a 50-50 possession.
Neither team with a foul to give. The possession arrow pointing in Kansas State's favor, and UCF with one timeout left, so they can advance the ball here. With 36.7 to go, it's Walker, Gregory, Jalen Glenn, Serena Sundell, and Maupin for K-State.
Both of these coaches use the word grind and grinding it out, figuring out a way to grind out games and grind out wins. That's exactly what we have here in these last 36 seconds.
Sundell working against Maya Burns. Sundell isolation, step through. Yes! The veteran point guard with the huge isolation play, and she comes through.
She's been in double figures now, 12 of 13 games in the Big 12 Conference. And there's a reason why. Serena Sundell has become a very patient and confident scorer for this Kansas State team. One of the reasons why they are number 7 in the country, and without their All-American center, others have had to step up, the up and under and finish. And that's exactly what you want to see. Not even, nothing seems to phase her. Calm, cool, and collected. And they get exactly what they needed on that bucket right there.
UCF didn't have any help defense there, so Sundell against a really good defender in Maya Burns, able to make the play. She's been more of a distributor throughout this game, but you know Jeff Mitty has confidence in her coming down the stretch.
Well, and that's one of the things, the growth of her game. A year ago, I don't think they put the ball in her hands in that situation. Today, there's a reason why, because she has become much more of a leader on this team, both in the huddles, vocally, but but she also leads by action, and you see it. She puts in a ton of minutes. She's logging them. She played a 47 plus before she fouled out in that double overtime loss at Ames on Wednesday night. So this young lady finding a way to, in whatever form or fashion they have needed her to step up. She's done it this season, and that time, big score, big bucket. And now this Kansas State team up 2 possessions here at home.
The 3-point shooters for UCF are Jewett and Peterson. K-State looking like they're going to go man here.
Probably a smart decision there, but look for the doubles for Peterson. Someone else is going to be open. Big switches, and you got to talk through the screen and the ball screen action.
Just going to clear the middle of the floor. Peterson with the blow-by for an easy layup. 2-point game. UCF wants to foul, and they get it here. K-State maybe would have had a layup there, but they get the foul. That will send K-State to the foul line to shoot 2 with 15.7 to go.
And they were looking for the foul, I think, earlier, but wanted to see if they could maybe get a tip or a steal off the full court pressure. Didn't get it, probably a little bit late, but it sends Serena Sundell to the free throw line through Big 12 action. She's just been about 67% from the free throw line. A chance here to step up and steal this thing at home.
Get the first one, so this one huge to make it a 3-point game. Both teams out of timeouts. Missed them both, rebounded by Kelly. Peterson to Burns. Burns, Euro step for the tie. We are tied. K-State into Sundell. Sundell ahead to Jalen Glenn. She's got it! K-State beats the pressure. Glenn with the layup, and they lead it to 2.6. And that will do it. Jeff Biddy said it's going to take some grit and energy to win this one. What a play as they find Jalen Glenn for the winner.
And a heads-up look down floor to be able to find an open player. And this Kansas State team having to do a little bit of everything to get themselves a win. But as we said earlier, you got to be able to hold home court and steal some on the road. And this number 7 ranked team in the nation, Kansas State,